Hi, you guys. So today we're going to be picking up and carrying on with the Passive Profit Elite. Today we're going to be talking about what is included in your system and your membership. Well, not membership, but in your system. And so let me clarify that there are no membership fees, no upsells. No extra cost. What you pay for one-time cost is what you get, and that's the only cost that you'll ever have to pay. And what I also like, and know Heather just talked about this, is that there are no bundling, meaning, people who can steal your leads with offering their services. So they can say, hey, if you come with me, you will get all these other bells and whistles and trinkets that I offer. Someone can say, you'll get this for free, you'll get that for free, you'll get extra leads for free, you'll get my advertising services for free, you'll get all of this stuff for free. I think we've all, if you've been around the industry long enough, you know how that goes. So she wanted to make sure everyone has the same exact playing field. Everyone gets the same offer. Nobody gets a better deal. No one can steal anyone else's lead. So therefore, they can't, have this enticing offer if you go out and do all the work and get left behind because the next person has something that might interest the lead that you're trying to covet. And I think that's great and that's fair. I mean, there have been businesses that I wanted to join, but I knew that I couldn't compete because there might have been $1 million earner somewhere. And guess what? They're not going to want to go with me, a newbie who has absolutely nothing to offer. I can't offer them mentorship in that space or, a free lead system or how to get leads here or, any of those things because I was new, I was green. So this way it helps everyone have the same level playing field to start off. No one with years of experience or, a email list of like 50,000 people can come along and just say, I'll give you 1,000 leads if you join up under me, basically. So I really love that. I never really thought about the importance of it like that. But I think I was getting there because I did notice in some of the companies that I wanted to join, they did that all the time and it was allowed. And I'm like, well, people who joined companies like way back in 2016, 2017, especially when Facebook was just really getting started really good. And I remember stuff like Digital Altitude and I was in a few Bitcoin things like BitConnect and USI Tech that ultimately ended up being scams. But, they were offering all these services and different things. And if they have been around since then, of course, they got an email list that's probably like, 200,000-300,000 long. So of course they can offer all these things. But if it's like me and you who still never really made money because we never really were able to really get out there and put ourselves out there, then we really have nothing to offer. We're still like bottom tier, starting off people. So I really love that about this company. Everybody gets the same thing. Everybody gets the fair chance. Everybody start off on the same level playing field. So I really appreciate that. And like she said, no upsell. So once you buy one thing, there's no, funnel that's going to ask you for $17 a month for this, $20 a month for that. Add this on for extra $5. Add this. None of that is one-time cost. That is it. So you got to appreciate that, right? So let's get started on what is here in your school community. And if you have watched prior videos, I talked about the TikTok lives and what they have started doing, which is basically, if you are going live, you can just drop your handle in the school community and say, hey, I'm going live, and then people will show up to support you. I think that is a great thing. It is to encourage you so that you don't feel, alone or that you're doing something wrong. And then, they'll give you a little feedback for it. I think that is great. I have not done a live yet, but I'm assuming it's something similar to this, YouTube video. So, and it's something that I do look forward to doing in the near future. So you just come here and you can press that TikTok Lives button and this is what it will show you. 3 hours ago, live now, love to see you. She's talking about TikTok live wasn't working for me. A lot of people don't understand my American Sign Language without voice or captions. So I just make a vlog and post it in English subtitles. I hope that works. That's pretty dope. I didn't know that. I was watching a live today and the host mentioned they share a video during their live. Does anyone know how to do this on TikTok? That's a great idea as well. My real lives on TikTok. Just my first live. First live. Wow, okay. Can you please come out and support me? I have finally hit 1K on TikTok. Thanks for all the love and support in my little lives on there. Here she is dropping her handle. Going live at 7p. You see, I mean, this is are both courses sold together separate. Okay, Klarna Afterpay. Going live at 4 p.m. Just did my first live. So as you can see, how everybody's using that really, and how it is going to only accelerate, you know, their live experience and the potential to get more people in. And TikTok is going to notice that, right? If you're having more people on live, I don't know, you know, what the incentives are for TikTok, but they're always pushing the lives, right? And I think there was some contest where it was like 300 people show up or something and you get something for it. I don't remember. But if you are wanted to go live and you're nervous about it, it is great to have people there to show up. Who wants to do a live and nobody's there, and then you're just like, I don't even know why I'm doing this, you know, what am I doing wrong? You're just speaking to a empty audience. So that helps a lot. And then you have your general discussion here, what it talks about. I'm using Stripe. Confused about niches, the universe works in be the proof. So, viral video. I have a video that is sitting at 111,000 views as we speak and rising. Okay, and etc. Help. But as you can see, all of this is within days, within hours. So like I always say, we have a very active community. It is not a community that people say, hey, join my Facebook group, and then you go in there and people haven't posted in like 3-4 weeks, because essentially they have given up, right? They're not making any money. They're not winning anything. They don't have the support. So they just quit. They give up because, you know, it's too hard, and they don't have the free mentorship that's offered here, right? So share your wins. Here we go. 3 hours ago, got my first UGC gig. Small win, but my first one. Okay, can't beat that. I can't even tell you how excited I am. I woke up this morning to 2 UGC deals 29 minutes ago, y'all. My very first book, Quality Over Quantity. Did my very first live yesterday. Let me see what else we got here. So as you can see, like I said, that this is an active community. And in case you wanted to know what you get in your system, this is what you get. So of course, as always, you're going to have this PTP, welcome to PTP Elite page. It's just going to say, hey, how you doing? Welcome, 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 right? Your affiliate links. You do have to send in a request for an affiliate link, and I am assuming that is because since it is going to a Stan Store account, and Heather is reselling her product, basically, that you have to get it from her. That way you'll get paid. You want your affiliate link to go directly to you every time, right? So if on the Stan Store or wherever you're going to advertise your link, so you send her I think it was just like my name, my email that I signed up, and that was it. And I think within like 10-20 minutes I got it back. So this is simplifying your Stan Store, which I love, and I keep saying it, and I cannot stress it enough. Before you set up a Stan Store, it is imperative that you look over these modules first, because she shows you how to get a free Stan Store account. Absolutely free if you are an affiliate of hers. I have bought different products before that required a Stan Store account, and they always send me to the $99 tier. Why? Because they get commissions for it, right? They get 20% commissions for it. So if you don't want to pay, especially if you haven't started making money yet, especially if this is just something you want to do for the, you know, for right now, until you start making money, and then maybe add to it, All you need is the free Stand Store account. You don't need anything that you add 5, 6 different products on there. And I have seen people with the Beacons page, with the Stand Store page, they have every single digital marketing program, course, system out there, like every single one. And it is just, their whole thing is just, tiered down with all of it. And it's like some new thing called freelance digital marketing. I'm guessing that's in there where they can offer you various different courses. I have no idea. So if you are just looking as a beginner, in a beginner level, and that is what this is beginner friendly, is for people just starting out who need a solid foundation, then an affiliate account, free affiliate account, is the way to go. I wish I could have done it, but I had already had a Stand Store account and I was already paying like the $20-something tier, so which is no big deal. But I wish I had her at first to get me the free one. Honestly, I had someone who just sent me straight to the $99 one just so she can get commission. And I just so happened to see the $20 one. And I was like, well, I'm going to try this for now. And I'm glad I did, because I didn't make any money with the other stuff. It was one of those PDF reseller things. And I got frustrated because it was like, download this, then go in there and change the pictures, change the fonts, change the color in Canva. And honey, by the time you did all that on like 7,000 pages, it was exhausting. I'm not even gonna lie. I never sold any of that stuff. I didn't need. So I can understand people's frustration when they go to these different courses and different programs and they don't make any money, and you're frustrated and overwhelmed, because it shouldn't have to be that hard, right? So I would just go with the free affiliate account if I have a choice. You have a choice. So please look at that first. Here's your Beacons, which is similar. You can use Beacons or Stand Store. Add in PTP Elite to your store, again, to your Stand Store. Again, look at this module first. She tells you exactly what to put in there and what not to put in there. Like I've said in other videos, Stand Store is pretty straightforward, but you'd be amazed at some of the stuff that you can mess up. And you don't want to, mess yourself up and you can't correct it, or you're not getting paid somewhere along the line because you forgot to click on this or put this in there. Either way, look at it. It takes like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, is not long at all. And she walks you through step by step. Okay? Recorded master classes. This is where all of the classes, a lot of the teaching is taught in here. And it is amazing. It is excellent. So this is where you will, let's look at some of them, where you will learn how your live Q&A, which is where she answers a lot of the questions. Your TikToks about your TikTok live, storytelling that sells, community content audit, mentorship 101, relatable content. As you can see, you get a lot of things in your what is it called? Master classes, right? So in a lot of these master classes, let me just show you, like they're not like 10 minutes. They're pretty, like 47 minutes for that one. What is this? 40 minutes for that one. 55 minutes for that one. So you can see you're not paying money and you're getting like a 10-minute thing that says, hey, this is what you do on live in 2-3 sentences. No, I'm going to talk you through step by step. This is what you do online. This is what you should say. This is how you convey your message. This is how you should be. If this is the people that you're looking for, this is your tribe. This is what you should stick to, right? So I think the recorded master classes are excellent. It clarified and cleared up so many questions that I had that I could never really figure out on my own anyway. So content creation, mastering lives, talk about how you master your lives. Again, like I was just saying. Impactful live streams, have fun, live script, banner pictures. So I think that is great. And again, we have the new tab that tells you if you're going live, just drop your link, let us know, we'll show up and support. You got your UGC. As you can see, a lot of those people said they just got their new UGC content or contracts. And I think I read somewhere that they do like 1 video a day, and some of them on average at the very beginning, the super beginner level, get like $100 per video. So that's not bad. And I think they said the very beginner can make $3,000 a month, which is not bad. That's what, 1 video a day, and then over 30 days, if you want to say. They say they get like $3,000 a month. And what user generated content is basically just regular people like you and I showing up saying, hey, look at this new camera. Hey, look at this new mascara. Hey, look at this new whatever. This is what I'm using. This is what I like. And they use that as their advertising instead of paying celebrities or people with a huge following, and et cetera, money. They give it to you. And there was one guy on TikTok talking about he, asked for $400, over $400, I think $425 for his one video. So $100 is the starting level probably when you first start out. But as you go up, you can ask and get kind of what you want. And I think one person in Path to Profits Elite just got like a $6,000 contract. So do you see what I mean? There's money to be made. And even if you make $3,000 a month, I mean, that replaces a lot of people's income. And that's just the beginning. So if you start off now and try to do this by Christmas, especially now that the holidays are coming up, especially when they're going to be wanting to really push out that content and make those sales on all these holiday gifts and matching pajama sets. You know how people do with them pajama sets, and house shoes and the Grinch stuff, and probably kids' toys and everything else. If you get started now, probably by Christmas, you can probably have like $10,000 to $15,000, honestly. And that's just with user-generated content. So I think that alone is worth the money for this system. So you go from there, and then you got TikTok Shop. You learn how to do that. Create your own digital products. Print on demand. Using ChatGPT to convert sales. I use ChatGPT every day. Every single day I use it. Psychological triggers that drive sales. Promo material. Mentorship 101. One of the highlights of this product is that your mentorship is absolutely free. Absolutely free. You can get in touch with the owner, the creator of this program anytime you want to. Anytime you want to. I think her and her husband are like a duo, the dynamic duo. They tag team. One does something and the other one picks up the slack, or however that goes. So they answer questions anytime, any day, all time. But, if you don't want to use that, as you can see, we have a very active community that you can always ask questions in. So in other words, you're not going to be left hanging. If you can't find your questions or answers in the community, you can always reach out to Heather. I wouldn't hesitate to do that. But I have found that it has not been necessary for me, right now. But I haven't even started like the UGC content and all that other stuff. So, but I'm going to say that from what I've seen, it's been pretty straightforward and black and white. It doesn't sound hard at all. I'm actually surprised that it is as simple as it is. I was just assuming it was like some kind of trade secret that no one wanted to tell you, but it's really not. And a lot of people aren't even doing it because they don't know about it. And, if you go through other courses or programs, you have so many other modules and learning to do. I think by the time you get to UGC, you're probably overwhelmed or you're not even interested in it anymore. I know that's how I was with the other stuff. I just wasn't even interested anymore. I wasn't even interested in trying to go back on Canva and take out all her pictures and put mine in and, have my logo and all this other stuff on, like, I don't know how many pages it was. It was kind of ridiculous. I mean, it was a great product, but to brand it as your own, it was too much for me. I was like, never mind. And that was during the summer. I think that was like June, July. And I still haven't sold one of them things. I'm not even gonna lie. I just gave up. So when I saw this for $4.97, is it $3.97? I said, well, you know what? I could probably do that. I don't have to go in and do anything. I don't have to change anything. I don't have to do anything. So when I went in and I saw this, I was like, I'll resell it. I don't mind reselling it because it is, I'm not going to say a plug and play, but it kind of is. It kind of is. You don't have to do anything else. It comes to you already done. Everything's already done. So then you got your tools and resources and community guidelines. So that is kind of what you get in the PTP Elite. And like I said, it's very beginner friendly. You don't have to walk this path alone to make money. And I think it is imperative that you get started early, because if you want to have money by Christmas, we're getting there. Today is the 25th. is coming. So again, you decide. My link is down in the bottom. You just, you decide if this is the journey that you want to take or not. So as always, I will see you in the next video.